To welcome you to the Village Council meeting of Monday, January 22nd, 2018. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters.
Present.
Commissioner Polk.
Yes.
Commissioner Pavladis.
Here.
Commissioner Reed. Mayor Mahoney.
Here, thank you. I'd like us all to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You have in your packets this evening a draft of the minutes from our regular council meeting on January 8th. Any questions, comments, or suggested changes? If not, I would seek a motion to approve at this time.
So moved.
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters.
Yes.
Commissioner Polk.
Yep.
Commissioner Pavladis.
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney.
Yes, thank you. Recognition, proclamations, appointments, and presentations. I'm going to go to the podium real quickly. Not real quickly. To maybe I could Good evening. Maybe I could invite Phyllis Adams to the podium with me, and perhaps Captain Chip Adams as well. Phyllis, I'm going to have you hold these as part of that recognition to you. And I'm just going to, so on December 11th, I attended a breakfast where Congressman Lipinski awarded the 2017 Senior Citizen of the Year Award for the 3rd Congressional District to Phyllis Adams, here with us this evening. Phyllis Raleigh Adams grew up in Palos Park and also raised her family in town. Phyllis is a past member of the Palos Park Women's Club, a longtime volunteer at the McCord Gallery and Cultural Center, the artist, a longtime member of the Palos Park Fine Arts Committee and the Palos Village Players. For over a decade, Phyllis has been an appointed member of the Village of Palos Park Historic Preservation Commission and also the Zoning Board of Appeals. She takes her role on these commissions very seriously with the goal of protecting the history and the quality of life here in Palos Park. Phyllis has consistently shared her time and talents in so many ways over the years, and we thank you. On behalf of the Village of Palos Park, I would like to recognize you, Phyllis Adams, for your deeply rooted commitment of service and your continuous contributions to the Village of Palos Park. And I want to give you this plaque as well. You know, when I read this, there's so many activities that you're involved with that aren't even on this list. You are Palos Park through and through, and that comes through to anyone who meets you. And so it's a pleasure for me to attend this event that Congressman Lipinski organized with you and your 2 sons. That was a fabulous time, and it's just wonderful to be around for all that you do.
Thank you. I'm not much of a public speaker, but I was honored and overwhelmed, actually, I'm going to tell you. And it's because of our mayor that I received this. And I do know that, and I appreciate it. And I thank you. Do I get to keep
You
calls?
definitely do. That comes with the territory.
But I love Palos Park, and I grew up here, and I can remember as a child playing in the playground in the old four-room grammar school on 19th Street, thinking about how much I love it here. Yeah. I'm still here.
Still there.
And we're lucky to have you, and we're lucky to be part of the Palos Park.
And Chip was in the first sale first grade classroom that I was in as Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. So, we have no hearings this evening. Our consent agenda, all items on the consent agenda are routine or have been brought forward at the direction of the Board of Commissioners and will be enacted with one motion. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Item A, to adopt an ordinance abating the tax heretofore levied for the year 2017 to pay the principal and interest on the $450,000 general obligation bonds, alternate revenue source, Series 2004 of the Village of Palos Park, Cook County, Illinois. The village issued $450,000 in alternate revenue source bonds in 2004 for the installation of sanitary sewer and water services. The ordinance directs the county clerk's office to not levy property taxes for the 2017 tax year, as sufficient funds are available from alternate revenue sources to make the bond payment. Item B, to adopt an ordinance abating the tax heretofore levied for the tax year 2017 to pay the principal of and interest on the $450,000 general obligation bonds, alternate revenue source, Series 2005, the Village of Palos Park, Cook County, Illinois. The village issued $450,000 in alternate revenue source bonds in 2005 for the installation of sanitary sewer and water services. The ordinance directs the Cook County Clerk's Office to not levy property taxes for the 2017 tax year, as sufficient funds are available from the alternate revenue source to make the bond payment. Item C, to adopt an ordinance abating the tax heretofore levied for the year 2017 to pay the principal of and interest on the $1,750,000 general obligation bonds, alternate revenue source, Series 2010A, of the Village of Palos Park, Cook County, Illinois. The village issued $1,750,000 in alternate revenue source bonds in 2010 for the construction of an underground water reservoir. The ordinance directs the Cook County Clerk's Office to not levy the property taxes for the 2017 tax year, as sufficient funds are available from alternate revenue sources to make the bond payment. Item D, to approve payment of invoices on the warrant list dated January 22nd, 2018, in the amount of $78,154.01. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda at this time?
So moved.
Second. Hearing a motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
Commissioner Kozlowski? Yes. Mayor Mahoney?
Yes, thank you. Items of old business. Any items of old business to be brought before the council at this time? I'll go then to information updates. Public Works and Streets Recreation Report. Commissioner Milovich Walters, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor Mahoney. I have two items on the agenda. The first being, every couple years, Public Works replaces street signs in the section of the village to meet the new reflective requirements set forth by the federal government. In 2017 budget, we put $10,000 of the MFT money in to replace street signs. Public Works is proposing to replace the signs in the Dells area and the area east of 83rd Avenue and south of 123rd Street. This project would include 64 street signs and new powder-coated poles. The total cost for the material to be installed by Public Works is $8,947.20, and TPC has made the village street signs in the past, so they already have the current logo and design. Does anybody have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
What happens to the old ones?
I'm not sure, Mike. What do we do with them?
The old, typically, if we can, we scrap them. We may save some of the signs if they're in good enough condition. I mean, we had this discussion once before about if people wanted them.
Correct.
So if they do, we need to know before we take them down, which probably won't be until springtime. And I don't really have an issue giving them the street sign once we replace them. But it's going to have to be like on a first come, first serve. So if we get two calls for the same name, you know, obviously we can't do that.
So I have then just a general announcement
Okay?
that says something along the lines of, if you're interested in the street signs that are going to be replaced, and you would like one of the street signs for your own personal use, they would contact,
Laura at 708-671-3721.
first come, first serve. If you don't act now, you're out of luck.
And it's only the
That's
street
basic,
signs that are
right.
being replaced right
Yeah,
now.
only the street
So-
signs that
So
are-
that's the Dells area and 83rd, east of 83rd and south of 123rd in that area. So,
So,
yeah, if you want a street sign.
so is that a motion?
Would, any other questions? No? In that case, I'd like to move to approve the proposal from Traffic Control and Protection Incorporated in the amount of $8,947.20 to replace street signs in the village.
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
Commissioner Pavlonis? Yes. And Mayor Mahoney?
Yes.
My second item on the agenda is regarding Autumn in the Park Festival. Getting started already. Actually, we started as soon as the other one ended. But this is for our tent rental as well. It's a quote for 12 tent, or we went through 12 tent rental companies, and we've come up with this one. We're getting a main tent, food tent for the vendors, and flooring for the vendors, and a talent tent, and a generator to power service for the main tent and the food vendors, a stage with skirting and steps, tables and chairs, lighting, all the stuff that goes with making lighting and all that work, and sound. In 2017, Ultimate Rental Services Incorporated of Romeoville submitted the lowest quote of $13,841.50. In 2018, the event tent rental needs for our Autumn in the Park Festival will remain the same, except with the reduction of 50 chairs. Staff once again contacted Ultimate Rental Service of Romeoville, and they have quoted us a price of $14,450.50, which is an increase of $609. However, it's still one of the best quotes that we received. And staff feels comfortable approving this quote because we know what to expect, and we know that not only the quality of the products, but the service that they provided in helping put up the tent and set up the area. So, does anybody have any questions about this? If not, I'd like to make a motion to approve quote number Q23097 from Ultimate Rental Services in Romeoville, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $14,450.50 to provide tents, electric, flooring, lights, staging at the 2008 Autumn in the Park Festival. Oh, 18. Yeah, 18.
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Pavlonis? Commissioner Polk?
Yes, thank you.
Well, I just have a couple of announcements. The first one has to do with Cook County and their floodplain mapping meeting. It's a public meeting that is taking place tomorrow. So FEMA and the Illinois State Water Survey and the Illinois Department of Natural Resources are hosting a meeting to review the preliminary flood insurance rate map and flood insurance study report for Cook County. This was released on October 12th, 2017, to explain the administrative process that will take place in the near future and to accept comments. This project reflects changes to Mill Creek and select tributaries and/or Tinley Creek and select tributaries portions of your community. This is expected to be the final project meeting. So basically, they are possibly changing the way water runs near Mill Creek and around it. So if you feel you might be affected and you want to know what they're thinking about doing, nothing that's spoken about at this meeting is set in stone at this point because it's still a public forum to get feedback and to provide information to residents. So the meeting will be held tomorrow at the Orland Park Library. It's meeting room 104, and the address of the library is 14921 Ravinia Avenue in Orland. It is again tomorrow at 5 p.m., from 5 to 7 p.m. If your property is in the floodplain or adjacent to Mill Creek, you should consider attending. The revised preliminary materials are posted at FEMA.gov/ a bunch of stuff, and IllinoisFloodMaps.org. The bunch of stuff you can find it on our website. We have posted that there a week or two ago once we found out about the meeting. It is available there. You can click the link, see if your address falls in a possibly affected area so that you can decide whether you'd like to attend the meeting tomorrow, 5 p.m. at the Orland Park Library. So, and if you do have any questions, as far as where it is or what it is, you can feel free to email me. But it is tomorrow at 5 p.m., so hopefully if you want to go, you'll remember that. And then we have some rec announcements. Just a little fun that we had on Friday the 12th. Kind of a throwback to an era of fun times. The local Cub Scout pack did their Pinewood Derby car race at the Recreation Center. We had 30 families attend, and other community members came out to watch the races. Everyone in attendance enjoyed themselves and the races, and we're looking forward to doing more stuff with the Scouts in the future. And then just a heads up, it is getting chilly in the park. It's actually warm today, but it will get chilly on Saturday, February 17th, as we host It's Chilly in the Park. It'll be at the Recreation Center inside the gym, 8901 West 123rd Street. It is another chili cook-off, and this one is usually more cooks than we have in the fall because it is the beginning of their season and everyone is out to win and earn their points. We'll have live music by Dave and Mitch. We're still accepting cooks. The fee is $25 or $20 if you paid prior to February 17th. So there is a discount if you sign up now and not wait till the day of. This is a Cassie-sponsored event, so there are prizes for 1st through 3rd place and certificates for 4th through 10th place. There is a $100 prize for People's Choice, and if you would like to attend and taste chili, the fee is only $5 at the door. So you definitely will get your money's worth in tasting. This is, again, Saturday, February 17th. The doors open at 12:30, but the tasting doesn't start until 1:15, but you can walk around, you can see what the booths look like, so you can vote on the appearance of the booths, as well as see what they're cooking up and listen to some music. If you have any questions or you want to sign up to cook, please contact our director, Mose Rickey, at 708-671-3760, or email mrickey@palespark.org. But again, February 17th, 12:30 in the afternoon, come out for chili.
It's going to be awesome. It's a can't miss event.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you kindly. Building and public property, Commissioner Reed is absent this evening, so I'm going to give you his report. Building permits. As you start to think about possible home rebuilding or remodeling, additions, fencing, swimming pools, or other projects, please feel free to contact the building department. The building department is here to assist you in helping you plan your project. The department is always here to guide you through the permit process, meet with you one-on-one, and answer all of your questions. Very helpful prior to beginning your project planning. Code enforcement. New permits issued will be a different color for each quarter. Orange building permits are currently being used for January, February, March. If you see work being done without a permit posted, please contact the building department at 708-671-3730. The department examines the complaints, follows up with the enforcement procedures, and when necessary, issues tickets. Permits. The building department processed 8 permits from January 1st through 16th, resulting in $3,201 of permit fees. 11 inspections were completed during this period. And that concludes Commissioner Reed's report. Public Health and Safety, Commissioner Polk.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the current police activity report. This reflects activity from 11 December through January the 21st. So the big numbers are because this is about 6 weeks worth of information, because last meeting we gave you the yearly recap. So for those 6 weeks, we had 3,783 calls for service, wrote 126 adjudication tickets and an additional 50 traffic tickets, provided 126 written warnings and 50 verbal warnings, took an additional 29 case reports, arrested 21 adults, fortunately no juveniles, impounded 8 vehicles, performed 34 senior checks, an additional 75 citizen assists, and 14 community contact hours. So that's what your Palos Park Police Department's been up to. Then a couple of quick announcements. The first, we have a Super Bowl weekend coming up, the weekend after next. We want to encourage everyone who will be attending Super Bowl parties to make sure you have a plan by either staying the night where they'll be celebrating or having a designated driver take them home. So remember that the responsibility is not only on the drivers, but as well the business owners and those who might be overserving already overserved people. If you live in Palos Park, you've had too much to drink, give us a call, and our officers will ensure that you get home safely. We will not take you to another party. We will not take you to another drinking establishment. You can contact us at 448-2191 or 259-1035. If someone's impaired, we'd much rather have someone call us than get behind the wheel and get into an accident. And then an unfortunate announcement. The Palos Park Police Department is currently working with several residents who are the victims of card skimmers on ATM machines. So these disguised electronics are designed to appear as part of the machine, are attached to the ATM's card slot as well as PIN pad to steal the personal information stored on a victim's card, as well as recording the PIN number in order to be able to access funds in their account. These skimming devices generally consist of a card reader, one that's usually over or covering the existing card reader, as well as a pinhole camera, usually hidden with some fake molding, that looks at the number pad. Please take a look at the ATM before you swipe your card. One of the giveaways is you can usually pull these fake ATM card readers off the face of the ATM. If it's built into the ATM, it ain't coming off, it's legitimate. So take a second, take your 2 fingers, pull on the slot, and if something comes off in your hand, keep walking. Card skimming is getting more common, and again, we have a couple of residents who've been victims of card skimmers recently. Other useful thoughts? In this age of electronic banking, not baking, check your bank statements regularly. I'm surprised by how many people, now that we no longer balance checkbooks, people don't look at their bank statements either. It's like, well, it is what it is. So you have a very limited time, particularly in non-credit card transactions, to report them as possibly being fraudulent. And again, useful to cover your PIN number when you enter it, so cover it with the other hand when you input it in. Someone can't access your bank account unless they have both the PIN number as well as the information that's stored on the card. If you have any questions, you can always give us a call. Be happy to help check it out or give you any other pointers. If it doesn't look right, don't tempt fate. Chief, you have anything else you want to add to the police report?
Just from all of our staff in the police department, our longtime COPS member, congratulations to Phyllis on her award.
Yay!
Well, we didn't even mention the COPS program
So many things we
participation.
didn't mention about Phyllis, and some of them she's probably grateful for. I would say shame on you, Phyllis.
It's all because you didn't give him a Snickers. I mean,
Oh,
That concludes my report.
sometimes I just don't know what to say.
Better to say nothing.
Accounts and finances, Commissioner Poblanis.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no official report this evening, or I don't have any announcements either, actually. Just want to wish everybody a Happy New Year, and Phyllis, congratulations for a job well done for all these years. We appreciate everything you've done for us here at the village.
Well, I appreciate the honor. Thank you.
So that concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner. I just have happy birthday wishes to my son John, who turns 18 today.
Fun never stops.
So it's a big day for him, and we're very proud of you, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, John.
I'll be home for dinner soon.
You're
Clerk,
going for the cake.
Clerk Aragoni,
I have no official report this evening.
thank you very kindly. Manager Boehm, anything this evening?
I have nothing for the good of the order.
Okay. Did we have any announcements? We didn't have that.
No, there's a big thing that says no announcement.
Okay. Yes, no announcements. Right here. Sometimes you have to hit me over the head with it. Citizens and visitors comment period. Anyone from the audience like to address the council at this time? Hearing no such requests, I would seek a motion to adjourn at this time.
So moved?
Second?
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all and good evening. And congratulations again, Phyllis. You are dear to us.